The Stone Mind. Hogan, a Chinese Zen teacher, lived alone in a small temple in the country. One day, 4 traveling monks appeared and asked if they might make a fire in his yard to warm themselves. While they were building the fire, Hogan heard them arguing about subjectivity and objectivity. He joined them and said, "There is a big stone. Do you consider it to be inside or outside your mind?" One of the monks replied, "From the Buddhist viewpoint, everything is an objectification of mind, so I would say that the stone is inside my mind." "Your head must feel very heavy," observed Hogan, "if you are carrying around a stone like that in your mind." The monk was speechless and embarrassed. He realized that he had been clinging to a rigid and abstract concept of mind, and had lost touch with the reality of things as they are. Another monk said, "Well, I would say that the stone is outside my mind, because it is a physical object that exists independently of my perception." "You are very naive," said Hogan. "If you think that anything can exist outside your mind, how can you perceive or know anything without your mind? How can you separate yourself from the world that you are part of?" The monk was confused and doubtful. He wondered if he had been ignoring the interdependence and emptiness of all phenomena, and had fallen into a dualistic and materialistic view of reality. A third monk said, "I agree with both of them. The stone is both inside and outside my mind, depending on how I look at it. Sometimes it is an object of my consciousness. Sometimes it is not. It is neither one nor the other, but both and neither." "You are very clever," said Hogan, "but you are also very wrong. You are trying to reconcile 2 opposite views, but you end up with a contradiction and a paradox. You are trapped in a web of words and logic, and you cannot see beyond them." The monk was perplexed and frustrated. He thought he had found a middle way between the extremes, but he had only created more confusion and complication. The 4th monk said nothing. He just smiled and picked up the stone. He threw it into the air and caught it. He felt its weight and texture. He looked at its color and shape. He listened to its sound as it hit the ground. He smelled its earthy scent. He tasted its dust on his tongue. He was fully present and aware of the stone, and of himself, and of everything else. He was not attached to any view or opinion. He was not limited by any concept or definition. He was free and open-minded. He was in harmony with reality. Hogan smiled back at him and said, "You are right." The other 3 monks were silent. They realized that they had been missing the point. They realized that they had been wasting their time. They realized that they had been carrying stones in their minds. They dropped them and felt lighter. They joined the 4th monk and Hogan, and together they enjoyed the warmth of the fire. Moral of the story: don't let your mind become a stone that weighs you down and blocks your vision. Don't let your thoughts become a wall that separates you from the truth. Don't let your words become a trap that confuses you and others. Let go of your attachments and opinions. Be mindful and attentive of what is. Be flexible and adaptable to what changes. Be simple and direct in what you do. Be one with reality.